Hey Aquarius, so I'm trying something new just to see how it works out, to see if people like it. And it is pleasure and power readings for each zodiac sign. So what that means is, where do you need to tap into more pleasure in your life? Where are you giving away your power? We're just going to look at those two things because they're very deeply connected. And pleasure doesn't just have to be about our sexuality, but it can. It's our sensuality, it's our sexuality, it's our pleasure. I mean, it's our pleasure, of course. It's our, what was the word I was looking for? Not our pleasure. Sexuality, sensuality. It's about our desire. It's about our, I don't remember the word I was going to say. Anyways, and then our power, like, what are we giving our power to? Where can we show up more powerfully? How can we empower ourselves in a new way? So we're going to try it out, see what happens. I haven't done this type of reading before, so you're checking it out along with me. Okay, so so what's funny is we have the Nine of Swords that came out first. This is about anxiety. So perhaps if you're struggling with tapping into your pleasure and your power, it's because you're a little bit too much in your head. And, Aquarius is an air sign, so I totally get it. I'm an Aquarius. And, we make up sometimes stories in our head, or we live in the future, because this can be about anxiety. Anxiety is about living in the future. So perhaps what it is, you're thinking a little bit too much about your power, your pleasure, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. You're processing a little bit too much in your mind instead of being in your body. And then on the bottom, we have the Nine of Cups. And I said it's funny because there are two nines. So nines, to me, always represent the self. So you're doing it to yourself. So you can't blame anybody else. It's all happening within you. And this is your wishes being fulfilled card. Something coming. It's basically like a self-fulfilling prophecy. So if you feel like you're having a hard time relaxing, feeling good, allowing yourself to enjoy your time and with yourself, with other people, feeling powerful, it's because you're giving your power away to the future, to things that haven't happened, to things in your mind that haven't even came true. So the advice, right now is the 10 of Swords. So we went from the 9 to the 10, which is let something go. Let this painful way of thinking, behaving, being go. It's time to let it go. We are going to use my cat tarot today to clarify these, because I don't know another creature that has mastered the art of power and pleasure better than the cat. So let's see what the cats say. The devil. So this is the dog. Look, the cat doesn't even show up first. It's the dog. The devil is addictions. It's codependencies. This is something you most likely learned from family, a way of thinking, a way of being. Page of Swords. So many swords already. And the devil card, which is you're giving your power away to your thoughts, to your mind, to a way of thinking. The Page of Swords is about observation. He looks like he's on guard too. I mean, cats usually look like that if they're not relaxing. But so maybe that's what it is. You're not allowing yourself to relax and be receptive and be open and in your feminine energy as much as you could. But the Page of Swords is studying something as well. It could be about learning something new, but more so, observing something. But again, it's in your mind. It's something that has to do with mental energy. And the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is grounded, stable, wealthy. Tuna time. Look at, he's got this full jar of tuna. And he is chowing down. I think you're learning, this month in July, you're learning about where your relationship to pleasure. Again, it's not just sensuality and sexuality. Sensuality means our five senses, so it can be about that. But honestly, it's just feeling good in your body. And that would be the King of Pentacles. He feels grounded and stable in who he is, and he's embodied. and you're living in your head, which isn't, I get it. We're Aquarius. But right now it's a time for you to open up and to learn how to, like, Aquarius is where, you know, you're quick-witted, you're smart, you're communicative. You have all that intellectual knowledge and wisdom, and that is where you can derive power from, for sure. But it's asking you to learn how to derive power from a different source, through a different way, which is getting into your body and realizing how you possibly sabotage feeling good because of what your mind says over listening to what your body says. So we have Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy, but it's emotional alchemy, balance. It's also about patience. Perhaps that's what it is too, because you're in your mind. Our minds move very quickly. I know mine moves faster than my mouth sometimes. And it can tell us, like, we need this now. We need to do it now. Let's get it done. It should have happened yesterday, right? And with the Temperance card, it's like, whoa, slow down. Like, is it okay if this doesn't happen right now? If it's not, like, we don't need to make everything urgent. Look, we have the Page of Swords again. And this, to me, feels like you're learning now a new way of going about something, right? And that's with you being in that Sagittarius Temperance energy. And the wheel is turning. It's time for you to embody a different type of power for yourself. So for however many years you've been alive, you have fully reveled in this Aquarius wisdom or intellectual, logical way of being. And now it's time for you to embody a different type of pleasure and power. See, look, we have the 10 of Cups. I love the cat's face in this. He's like, oh my God, look at all of those cups. He's like, I can't believe those are all for me. See, there's like this, I feel like it's a self-worth and deserving type energy here. That's again, with the Devil, it's that self-worth piece, the doubts, the deservingness. That's that Devil energy. Codependency, like not feeling like you deserve it because of maybe how you've been treated in the past. And here's the Six of Swords. See here, now as we tap into our emotional bliss, we're looking at all of the beautiful cups we have in front of us. And that's another thing too, is how to tap more into your pleasure and power, is feeling gratitude and showing gratitude and recognizing the things that are in front of you now, the things that you actually have physically with you, rather than being in your head and thinking about the future and like, oh my gosh, I don't have this and I don't have that and I want to get here and I want to get there. So how do I do it, right? That's, you're planning and you're trying to learn and you're living in the future, but that creates anxiety. That's what's creating the anxiety, rather than being like fully present in your body in this moment and being like, it feels really good just to be here with these people, or just to be laying in my bed watching this movie, hanging out with my kids, hanging out with my spouse, being with friends. It feels really good in my body to eat this thing, to exercise, whatever it is you're enjoying. And you recognize those things and you tap into the gratitude. And then this happens, right? This is finally our mind is peaceful and calm and relaxed. We can relax into it. The Six of Swords is about moving on to calmer waters. It's taking an exhale and just being, rather than thinking about how we want to be. Okay, so we have the Three of Swords. I get there's some kind of, the reason that there's this is happening is you not wanting to be in your body and feel things, is because there's past heartbreak. This is about heartbreak and pain, healing from heartbreak. Past heartbreak that, because when we slow down and we feel into our body and we allow ourselves to feel grateful and filled up, and we allow ourselves to open and receive, it brings up things from the past that we haven't fully addressed, which aren't always yummy and feeling good. So that could be a reason too, that maybe there's just some things you want to acknowledge, that, you know, I'm living in the future, I'm living in my head so that I don't have to feel what's happening in my body, but that's also cutting you off from your pleasure, from feeling good, from your power, which is like feeling powerful, like you have a sense of control or a sense of empowerment over your life and the direction that it's headed, or just, you know, your own emotional reactions and things like that. So you have the Moon, which is divine feminine energy, but again, like I just talking about receptivity. So it's definitely, you know, what are you being receptive and open to? Is it because this is diving into your shadows as well, and feeling maybe overwhelmed with emotion. And I get it, Aquarius says we don't like to feel things. Oh wait, I don't want that deck. But you're being asked and you're being called, and it's like the time is now for, because we had 2 10s in a row too. We had the Wheel of Fortune, which is a 10, then the 10 of Cups. The wheel is turning so that it's time for you to experience this pleasure that maybe you haven't had the opportunity to feel in the past, because you kind of went through this devil type energy in your life. Yeah, the 7 of Swords is about deception. This could also be diving into your shadows and saying what's not true. What are the lies you've been telling yourself about things have to be hard, I have to suffer in order to get what I want, to have my wishes come true. All of those are not true. We're deserving because we're simply alive. We don't have to do anything extra just to be deserving of love, of pleasure, of forgiveness, of desire, whatever it is you're wanting more of in your life. So you have the 9 of Pentacles, another 9. And so this is you finding the power to create what it is you want in your physical world. This is a person who's built herself up from the ground up, who's self-made, who's done her own healing work, who has thrived, who, I'm not feeling that one, who has, look, the Lovers is on the bottom. And that Lovers is about a choice, right? We have a choice whether to be in our devil or our Lover's energy. But what was I saying? You built yourself up, you're self-made. And, so it's about accumulating monetary wealth as well. Like, you have the power to do that in the way that you desire. And the Page of Cups. Could be about an offer of love, or it could be about friendship. But again, it's being more in your emotions. So we went from being the Page of Swords, to the Page of Cups, as being open to vulnerability, to expressing yourself more emotionally. And the Ace of Swords, getting clarity. He doesn't look happy about it. You may not feel happy about it. You're kind of like, shit. All right, I hear you, universe. I guess I have to be open. I guess I have to be more loving. I guess I have to feel my feelings. And the Ace of Wands. But then I think there's a part of you that knows that this is the pleasure part too. And don't forget, because I feel like there's this the aces are about new beginnings and opportunities, gifts being given. You are already powerful in your mind. Like, you intellectually, that's where you have a lot of power already. And I mean, you probably have a lot of power in your this would be creativity, sexuality, passion. So you have a lot of power in there too. And so you're being given this gift, this opportunity from the universe to exercise and embody both of those things. And it doesn't mean you have to completely give up your intellectual way of seeing and being and viewing the world and the gifts that you have there. It just means they're asking you to be a little bit more open and balanced in also bringing in your feelings and your passion and your creativity. And that's where you're going to find more pleasure for the things in your life, and feeling like and in doing so you feel more empowered. All right, so let's get one Goddess Power Oracle. Or 2. So we have Maya, illusion. See, you're going through a period of time where you're looking at all of the illusions that your mind has been possibly portraying to you. And we have Hecate, the in-between. So it could be that you're going back and forth. See, the 2 of Pentacles, is it still there? Yeah, I put this back, but the 2 of Pentacles, this would be like the in-between. You're feeling both things, like the old you and the new you, the old way of being and the new way of being. That's why we also have 2 aces out. And it doesn't mean you have to choose one. I mean, maybe it does. I don't know. But that balancing, that juggling, and you're learning how to integrate them in order for them to become whole. So maybe that's what it is too. Because I don't feel like you have to choose. It's like you have an opportunity to feel both more powerful and pleasurable, and they're not mutually exclusive. And maybe that's what you've been compartmentalizing these things. And right now you're in the in-between before things are integrated. So let me know how you guys liked this reading. You can comment below or email me. I really would love to hear from you. And if there is a type of reading, you know, that you guys want me to do, please let me know, because I'm totally open to suggestions. I kind of just go for what my guidance, what is telling me when I want to do something new. But I want to hear from you guys. If you're enjoying the readings and you have something other than love and relationship or career and money, pleasure and power, you know, I want to start doing also healing and shadow work ones too. But if there's something you want me to look at, life purpose, something to that effect, just let me know. And I would love to hear the suggestions. No guarantees I'll do it, but I'm just kidding. If you guys, I'm really open to trying new things and seeing what works for you guys. So, and works for me as well, obviously. But if you'd like your reading with me, please click on the link below. And once you purchase your session, I'll send you an email with my calendar to schedule the day and time. Please follow me also on Instagram at Bethany Empowers. And thank you guys so much for following me here. I appreciate you guys so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Welcome to all my new followers. I love you guys, and I will see you again soon. Okay, bye.